Do you ever get bored during sprint reviews? I do, but only when a team shows too many things that don't need to be shown. In this video, I'm going to share my thoughts on what a team should and should not show during its sprint reviews. Hi, I'm Mike Cohn, and I'm the author of 3 best-selling books on Agile and Scrum. I help teams succeed with Agile, and I want to help you too. To understand what should be shown during a sprint review, it's important to understand the purpose of a review. The sprint review is an inspect and adapt opportunity. It is for gathering feedback on newly added features. Review participants then discuss the implications of those features on the schedule and what should be built next. For example, based on feedback, a product owner may elect to release the current version rather than wait a few more sprints as originally planned. Or the product owner may decide to hold off on releasing to improve the newly added features a little bit. Similarly, stakeholders may love some aspect of the recently developed features and want those carried into other parts of the product. The review exists as an opportunity to inspect the new product increment and adapt what comes next. A team only needs to show the work they did that enables this conversation. As a trivial example, consider a bug fix made during the sprint. I participated in the review of a team that had fixed a bug involving the display of US dollars. The team hadn't truncated the number of dollars to only 2 decimal places. In one case, a discount was shown as $3.71428571. As soon as the team discovered the bug, someone quickly fixed the bug, and someone else verified the fix. So far, so good. But then the team demonstrated this fix at the next sprint review. Don't do this. No one needed to see that fix. Mention it if you want. Say, and we fixed the bug where dollars were not being truncated after 2 decimal places on the such and such screen. But don't waste time showing that fix unless someone specifically asks to see it. I like to start each review by sharing a simple agenda. If we're together in a room, I'll project it or possibly pass out a printed copy. If we're meeting online, I'll share my screen. The agenda is simply a list of the product backlog items the team will show during the review, and a second list of ones they will not show. The 8-digit dollar values I just mentioned would be on the not showing list. I want to be clear that a team is not doing this to hide anything. And if a review participant asks to see a feature on the list not to be shown, the team should happily show that feature. This will happen most commonly when a meeting participant says something like, "Which screen had the problem with all the extra digits?" And it's faster for a team member to bring up that screen than to try to explain which screen it is. Your guideline should be to show anything that you want feedback on, participants should be aware of, that could influence the discussion throughout the rest of the review, or that participants ask to see. Keeping the review focused on these items will keep the meeting shorter and faster paced. It won't bog down in demos of things that aren't important. This keeps your stakeholders engaged and more willing to participate in future sprint reviews. Show too many things no one wants to see, and stakeholders will start skipping reviews. Do your stakeholders always participate and stay engaged in your sprint reviews? Are there items you skip? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know your thoughts. If this video has been useful, click the like button. And if you're new to the channel, click subscribe so you don't miss out on future tips to help you succeed with Agile. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.